All right, so my name's Greg Ryder, and this is my town of Waterdown. And yeah, I've grown up here most of my life, and yeah, this is kind of, we're sitting here at my high school, kind of where it all began, and yeah, this is my town. I think if someone heard my music today, I want them just to learn more about my story. I think that's how I try and write my music, is I'm just trying to tell the stories that have happened throughout my life and just bringing them into a song. And yeah, I've lived some cool places, I had some cool experiences, so I'm just trying to churn those stories into songs. So high school, it was different. I think, I definitely would be kind of looked at as a jock, someone that just kind of played sports all the time, and I think I was a totally different guy back in high school. When I just came here, I was just like, I was always trying to be, the class clown. I was always trying to be, hung out in the popular areas, and I was always just trying to fit in. And I think that's the big thing about me, is I was always trying to fit into a crowd. And over the years, I just realized that, I don't like to kind of be like everyone else and kind of take the path that everyone else was doing. So I think for so many years, I was so lost in high school, and I had no idea what I wanted to do after. And it was hard at times because I felt like everyone had this plan except for me. Like, I talked to people and everyone's like, oh, I'm going to school for this and that. And Greg, what are you doing? And I'm like, I have no clue. So yeah, that was kind of hard at times, but I had faith that I would finally figure it out. So after high school, I remember my senior year, I remember I had no idea what I wanted to do. And every morning I had the same routine. In high school, elementary school, I'd get up, I'd get my breakfast, and I would just sit in front of the TV and I'd watch sports highlights. And I would just sit there and watch the sports highlights from the night before, eat my breakfast. And I remember I went to my guidance counselor and she said, Greg, like, what do you want to do with your life? And I was like, she's like, what are your interests? And I'm like, honestly, like, I just love to play sports and I love talking about sports. And she's like, tell me about your day. And I told her about the morning routine. And she was like, have you ever thought about becoming a sports broadcaster? And I'm like, wait, you can do that? Yeah. Go look at sports broadcasting and go to school for that, and you can literally be one of those guys on camera. And I'm like, that's amazing. So I started doing my research and I found Niagara College, and I actually got recruited to play volleyball there. So, growing up, played hockey, I played lacrosse, I played soccer, and I started playing volleyball in high school and started to get better at that. And our volleyball team in senior year became 4th in Ontario. And a bunch of the players got recruited to play college university, and Niagara College talked to me, and they wanted me to come to Niagara College after my senior year, but I decided to come back for a victory lap, and then I went off the next year to college.
Awesome. So what were you like in college?
So in college, I think I was just, I was a varsity athlete. So I was playing volleyball, and my schedule was so hectic because I'm trying to do a sports broadcasting course. So like, we're always editing videos. We're always like out on the scene, kind of doing like kind of TV news reporter stuff. Like, we go into like the town of Niagara, Welland, and we get like local stories, and I'd be on camera, like, dressing up and putting lapels on and like talking about like, hey, we're here at the medical center and there's this outbreak of coronavirus, which is, well, we didn't have to worry about that when I was back in college, but it was fun. It was fun because I was playing volleyball. I got to be a varsity athlete, but I also got to do this course, and it was awesome, man. Like, I really wanted to be a sports broadcaster at that time. So, yeah, just kind of working it out.